Good evening. I am student meteorologist Allie. I'm recording with your Monday edition of FSU weather. Currently over Doak, we do have some cloudy skies really blocking that sunset right now. Current conditions in Tallahassee, 75 degrees with partially cloudy skies and winds coming from the southwest at 11 miles per hour. You're going to see that southwest flow as these showers are moving across the southeast region associated with a front, bringing us lots of rain into Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas. And we have a little bit of flow or rain on the peninsula of Florida. Tonight, it's going to be 65 degrees with patchy fog, with wind coming from the southwest or south-southwest at about 3 miles per hour. And tomorrow, we're going to be at the warm 80s with partially cloudy skies and winds coming from the south at 10 miles per hour. Tonight on the show, we're going to see a rainy week ahead, maybe the return of winter with these cold conditions coming this weekend. And then we're going to have FSU Mythbusters on the desk. All that and more on FSU weather.
What's up, Tallahassee? Happy Monday. It was a little bit more of a cloudy day today. Not only that, but a breezy day, especially after this past weekend and this past week where I actually spent a lot of my time down by the pool. Don't tell my professors because, you know, I have homework doing stuff. But anyway, as we saw these past weekend, we saw temperatures in the 80s, a lot drier conditions, and we even have some wildfires going on down by the coast, kind of north in the Panama City beach area, if you guys have been keeping track of that. But we do have some good news on the way for regions that are experiencing some of those drier conditions and even some of the negative side effects with that, as we are looking at some rain coming into the area, as Allie-Ann just showed you guys on that satellite. So not only for Tallahassee, but for the rest of Florida, we're looking for a little bit more of a wet week. So pool weather, might not see that for a few more days, but with more of what it's going to look like in Tallahassee, I'm going to pass it back to Allie-Ann on the wall.
Yes, thank you, Jesse. We are going to see some rain later this week. Very thankful for that. But right now, we do have that cloudy sunset over Doak, blocking that really pretty sun. Partially cloudy skies here in Tallahassee. Temperatures around 75 degrees, and we have winds from the southwest at 11 miles per hour. You can really see that wind as it's really pushing these scattered showers throughout the area. We do have a lot of rain coming over South Alabama and South Georgia right now. Associated with that front, Florida, the west side of Florida is getting a little bit of that rain. Our future radar shows those showers in South Florida and South Georgia, but it's going to bring a lot of cloud cover into our area. So that southwest wind right there is what's pushing all of these clouds up into our area, and we're going to see those cloudy conditions throughout the day tomorrow. Current temperatures here in the Big Bend region, we're sitting at 70s, the high 70s throughout our region. So 77 here up in Bainbridge, and we're peaking at 78 in Valdosta. As we move over down to the coast, we're going to see 71 in Apalachicola. So with that rain, we're going to see some dew points rise. So you are going to see this little air mass right here. That's upper level water vapor, and that's bringing a lot of wet conditions to our area. Like I was saying, those dew points are high, and so you're going to have those muggy conditions where it's going to feel really humid outside. So 67 here in Tallahassee, and that's where the actual temperature and the dew point are going to be really causing that moist air in our region. So that onshore flow is coming from that south wind. You're going to see it's pushing all those clouds into our area tomorrow. So we are pretty gusty right now here in the Big Bend region. 13 up in Thomasville, that's pretty unheard of usually. Your marine forecast, we got 78 tomorrow in Panama City with winds at around 12 miles per hour from the south. Some choppy seas, so if you don't have a big boat, don't take it out tomorrow. And then our water temperatures around 66 degrees in the Gulf of Mexico right now. And for your day planner tomorrow, so we're going to start off warm at 9 a.m. and we're going to continue to get warmer throughout the day. We're going to peak around 80 at 3 p.m. But starting, that's a 12-degree difference throughout the day. And then for your week ahead, we're going to see our temperatures kind of stay up with those rains. So we're going to have rain from tomorrow until Friday, and then we're going to clear up a little bit on Saturday. But our temperatures are going to stay in the 80s, upper 70s, and with our lows in the 60s that week. And then we're going to dip down to 49. But I'm going to let Jesse go ahead and talk to us about the southeast and what's going on.
Very similar to Tallahassee, the southeast is going to be seeing a lot of rain as we go into tomorrow and even into further in the week. So not very great conditions as we do enter springtime here, since winter is hopefully over. But look at this, Jackson, Montgomery, Atlanta, all these cities are seeing some of that rain, very cloudy conditions, and we're even seeing temperatures chillier as that cold front has passed. 52 in Little Rock, 51 in Shreveport, and along with that, we can see those defined dew points where we have the more moist air, in the southeast, in Florida, southern Alabama, and then we're seeing those drier conditions just once again behind that cold front. 49 in Jackson as we go further even, look, 31 in Little Rock, so just a lot drier conditions as that cold front does pass through. Now for the state of Florida, we're seeing a lot of southerly flow, as Allian just mentioned, coming from the Gulf, even look in Tampa pushing westerly there. So we're seeing some of that onshore flow in Tampa as well. But behind the cold front, we're seeing more of a northerly flow coming, so from the north passing that cold front, even from the northwest just trailing after that. But in front of the cold front, we're going to see a little bit different winds there coming up from the south. Here's that cold front overlaying much of the southeast, where we're going to see a lot of that rain. Look at that in Georgia, in the Atlanta area, and even over Columbus, and then looking into southern Alabama. We're just seeing them getting hammered by rain, especially up in the Carolinas and into Virginia as well. And with that upper level water vapor map, we can see those areas where we have a little bit more moisture, and that's going to be following where we see that rain stretching all the way down into Louisiana, this band of rain as it continues to push with that cold front towards the east. Now this is more of a rainmaker than it is bringing that cold air to the region, but we do see some of that colder air, especially looking at Arkansas, Louisiana, but as we push into 48 hours from now, we do see a little bit wobbling of temperatures there. We're going to dip down into the 60s in Alabama and North Georgia, but Florida's going to keep fairly warm, seeing 70s in Tallahassee, but we are still going to see 80s in Jacksonville. So in that little corner there, we're still seeing that warmer air. And then as for our dew points, all that dry air is going to follow that cold front. Once again, though, Florida, the green spot on the map as usual. We're still going to get that Gulf moisture pushing up into our area, and even looking into South Carolina and Georgia, we're still going to see just a lot of those more moist conditions once that cold front passes through, bringing that rain. Now into tomorrow, clouds over the majority of the southeast, and into Wednesday, look at that. The rain continues, so once again, not looking like pool weather. I know we had a great week behind us where we're seeing just a little bit of that sun peeking through, but now we're going to see that rain in the majority of the southeast, especially Florida, as we push into this week. So not looking too good for you guys. And as for today's storm outlook, once again, look at this. We're going to a slight risk as we stretch up into Virginia and the Carolinas and even North Georgia. So in the Atlanta region, you guys have a chance for some thunderstorms, and we've even seen a chance for thunderstorms all across the southeast as we go into tomorrow as well. The entire southeast covered with a marginal risk down in the Gulf region of Alabama, Mississippi, and even New Orleans. And look at that into Wednesday. Still the same thing. So we're really going to be seeing these rain and thunderstorms as we go throughout the next 2 days. Not the greatest conditions. Good news is we're not seeing any sort of enhanced risk, so we're just going to be seeing that onslaught of rain as we go into the week. And our Southeast City Spotlight, we're looking at Orlando, Florida, 78. Not too hot, but it is raining, so if you are planning on going to any amusement parks today, tomorrow, or Wednesday, bring that poncho. Might want to bring something better than a poncho, more like a rain jacket that can keep you a little bit drier. Tonight, we're looking at temperatures in the 30s and 40s in the northern portion of the southeast, but as we go down into Florida, we're looking at warmer conditions, and tomorrow we're looking at even wetter conditions for a lot of the southeast. Because look at that, Tallahassee's 82, Jacksonville we're looking at rainy, Orlando we're looking at rainy, so really just rain all across the southeast. But Allian, we were talking about Tallahassee here. Are we going to be seeing rain as we go into our lifestyle forecast?
Well, we are going to see some clouds, no rain yet, thankfully. So over our Sportsplex, we are being a little less cloudy, and over in St. George, those are where those showers and that wind is, or that clouds are starting to come through, so that's where we're seeing it down on the coast. But tonight, for your stargazing forecast, you have a 24% full waxing crescent moon, but our viewing conditions are very poor with all that cloud cover that is moving into our area. And then for our dog walk forecast, here's my dog Gunner right behind me. He's real cute. We're going to start at the warm 66 at 7 a.m. That's kind of unheard of what we've been seeing around lately, but we're going to continue to warm up throughout the day, reaching around 68 at around 9 a.m. and then 74 at 11 a.m. with those cloudy conditions persisting throughout the day. So our softball team has a game tomorrow against Furman, and we're going to have some rainy conditions around 6 p.m. when we're throwing the first pitch. Those temperatures are going to drop with that cloud cover and that rain, so the rain's going to dissipate in the evening, giving us better conditions for the softball game. Same story for the baseball. Has a home game tomorrow against FSU, my bad. So we're going to start at 75 and then cool off throughout the evening also. And then our basketball team has a away game in Brooklyn, New York against Syracuse, where the temperature is going to be 44 degrees this Wednesday at 12 p.m. with some partially cloudy skies, still a lot colder than what we're seeing here in Florida right now. In your school week planner, this is disappointing to me, so we're going to have to carry an umbrella the rest of the week. You might get away with it tomorrow, but Wednesday through Friday, we're going to see some rain on Wednesday, and then we're going to go up to some thunderstorms possibly on Thursday and Friday. Our temperatures are going to stay in the upper 70s, mid 80s, and our lows are going to stay in the 60s. And then for what we all want to talk about, spring break forecast. So here in Tallahassee, we're going to stay in the 70s throughout the week. Possible chance of rain next Sunday, but that's not going to affect us because we'll still be getting back to Tallahassee around then. But lows are going to be in the 40s, and I'd say that's pretty great conditions for spring break. Wouldn't you, Jesse?
Oh yeah, I absolutely do think those are great conditions. I'm not going to be here in Tallahassee, unfortunately, but you know, 70s are pretty nice for spring break.
So we have a fun desk segment for us today, and we're going to be talking about Fact or Fiction, Mythbusters, FSU Weather Edition.
All right, let's go.
So
what do we got?
First up on the board is, can crickets tell us the temperature?
Tell us the current temperature or the future?
I would say current. Let's go.
Current. I mean, I'm guessing they can feel temperature, so, you know, sure. Yeah, I'm sure they can tell us the temperature.
That is actually fact. So crickets will actually change the speed of their chirp depending on the temperature. If it's colder, it's a lot slower. If it's warmer, it's going to be a lot faster.
Hey, I move slower when it's cold too. So
I think we all do. So our next question up is, lightning never strikes the same place twice.
I've definitely heard this one before. I'm going to have to go with, that's probably a lie. I doubt that's true.
You are correct. It is fiction. Yes, so lightning is known to strike the same place. That is a very big fact. So if you do get struck by lightning once, it could be coming for you again.
Oh, goodness. That's not good news for anyone who's been struck by lightning. And I'm guessing very tall buildings probably get struck by lightning multiple times.
Yes, the Empire State Building is known for getting struck multiple times a year. And so here's one sent in by a viewer from the South. Here in the South, spring isn't here until the pecan trees bud.
I feel like that should say spring ain't here until the pecan trees bud.
I'm sorry, I couldn't bring out my Southern accent for that one. But, so what do you think?
Can you explain to me what that even means?
So basically what it means is that if there's a hard freeze, the pecan trees won't bud.
Gotcha.
So that's not a sign of spring. So
I think it could be true. It could be true.
Let's see what it says. Plausible.
Okay.
So if there is a hard freeze, the pecan trees won't bud. So it's got to wait till a little bit warmer, and you're going to see those conditions where they do. So once it warms up, they will bud.
All right. Have they bud yet? Do we know?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't got to look at the pecan trees lately. I just haven't been in my southern roots a lot lately. So that's up to someone in the South that could tell us that.
Well, I hope that they haven't bud or anything, because if we're seeing these cooler temperatures, as you know, we say spring has sprung, but as we're looking forward, you might see a little bit of those cooler temperatures dipping down into some of the southeast with this cold front, so hopefully it doesn't kill off our pecan trees.
We are going to see a cold snap kind of happening next Monday, I believe, from possibly with those showers bringing a lot of cold temperatures.
Y'all wrap up your pecan trees then, you know, put a little blanket around them. Hopefully they're going to be okay.
Yes, thankfully I will not be in the Panhandle during spring break. I will be going somewhere more tropical.
That's fair. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take us back over to the wall, though, to give you guys a look at Tallahassee. Do we have pecan trees in Tallahassee, Allieann?
I think we do. South Georgia definitely does. All
right. I don't think I've seen any pecan trees in Tallahassee. Fun fact, pecan trees are one of the only things I'm not allergic to. And I'm allergic to a lot of other trees, though. So I'm a fan of pecan trees since they don't give me bad allergies. But looking here in Tallahassee, where who knows if we have pecan trees, we're seeing that sunset behind Doak Campbell Stadium. It actually looks really cool right now. It's like a halo around one of our most favorite places on the planet, Doak Campbell Stadium. Currently 75 degrees, partly cloudy. Looks like those clouds have actually cleared up just a little bit from when we began the show 10-15 minutes ago. We still have a little bit of a breeze, though, coming from the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. And it's looking like those clouds are going to stick around as we go into tonight. But thankfully, you know, 75 is a pretty nice night. So if you're okay with those clouds, could be a good night to go out, knock some fun out outside. Here in Tallahassee, though, look at this. We can see a little bit of pop-up showers maybe directly to our west. So going into tonight, looking like those showers might clear up. But looking further to our west, here's that cold front that's going to be sweeping through, bringing us some rain. That's currently bringing rain to a majority of the southeast, and clouds really covering the entire region. So that's why Tallahassee is seeing some of those clouds. And our upper level water vapor once again showing all of this across the southeast. That's bringing us just a lot of that moisture and a lot of those clouds, and of course the rain. And look at this, it's heading directly towards Tallahassee. So as we're looking at plans into tonight and tomorrow, just keep an eye on that rain and timing in case you do have any plans on this Monday night. Currently in Tallahassee, like I said, 75. A little bit of those clouds starting to clear out. Up in Thomasville, looking like it's a little bit clearer at 75 degrees, though, as well. Valdosta at 78. Down by the coast, look at Apalachicola there. So they're seeing those clouds, and it's a little cooler at 71 degrees. Typically, the coast is a little bit cooler than the rest of the region. But something interesting is a lot of times we do see Apalachicola have a higher dew point than the rest of the region, but we have this Gulf, this flow from the Gulf bringing all this moisture. So the majority of the Big Bend region is seeing those higher dew points and feeling a little bit more moist, even though a lot of times only the coast is seeing that. Here's that shown in that southerly flow. Look at that, Apalachicola 8 miles per hour. Here in Tallahassee, we're looking at 9. St. Mark's is 6 miles per hour as well. So coming up from the Gulf, pulling in that moisture, and that's going to keep us moist as we go into tonight. And it's also going to help those showers tomorrow as we have that Gulf flow as well as from the northwest. We're going to see that cold front come through. So here's tomorrow. We have some clouds coming in from the Gulf, and we also have clouds coming in from that cold front. Looks like we're going to stay clear other than some clouds, especially going into tomorrow night. So maybe that softball, baseball game, if you guys have plans, you know, might stay clear enough for you to enjoy that without having to bring a raincoat and an umbrella. But looking at our almanac from today, we did hit 81 degrees, a little bit higher than average. And our low is 53 as well, so we weren't seeing anything too chilly this morning. And as for tomorrow, we are going to look for those pop-up showers, but it's looking like it might just be super, super cloudy until we hit 80 tomorrow, very similar to today. Except we do see that chance for rain, so 50% right now. Hopefully it's going to go down and give us a clearer Tuesday. But, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not looking too great. Allian's actually going to come on and tell us about what the National looks like. Are they going to see a lot of rain as well?
I would say Florida's going to see the rain in the southeast, but right now we're pretty dry out west. We're not getting those showers that we're expecting. So currently here in the National, you are going to see this temperature gradient right here where it's going from 45 in Memphis to 61 in Atlanta, and that's where that front line is moving through right now. You're going to see it even better on our dew point map where we're at 34 in Memphis and 56 in Atlanta. So that's where that cold front is bringing a lot of dry air behind it and pushing all that moisture to the east of it. So as we look more out west, you're going to see those similar conditions where we're still very dry out here. So we do have this high pressure system keeping that dry air out and making our dew points drop. But we are seeing a little bit of rain over in Arizona, which is very strange. We don't see that often. So here's that front line bringing all those showers up associated with this low pressure system right now with that warm front band up ahead of it. So when we dive in closer to it, we're going to see this upper level water vapor really pushing through, and that's where all that rain is with that front, that big band right here moving up. And you got the dry air behind me, you can see. So we do have a couple warnings and watches out. Right now we do have a winter storm advisory right here with this purple is, and then we do have a winter storm, or that's a severe weather watch right here out in the out west in Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana area. Then we have a winter storm watch across Wyoming and into Missouri. So looking over, we're going to see this green right here behind me. That is a flood warning or flood watch. So parts of the Midwest having flood watches. And then we're going to jump over. This is high wind advisories. But right here, you can't really see it that well, but this pink is a severe weather warning or watch. And this orange is that severe weather warning associated with that front, bringing a lot of those thunderstorms to our areas. So diving in closer to the northeast, we're going to see the beginnings of this rain band coming through from that front with some, we do have a little bit of snow cover up in Toronto, a lot of more Canada, but we're going to see that rain really push through to the east and bring a lot of showers and potentially severe weather. So we do have some cold air coming down from Canada, bringing us some snow into Montana right now, but a lot of cloud cover over the west region. We do have a little bit of rain north of Billings. And then this is my favorite part on the map today. We see rain in Arizona. That is so unlike Arizona conditions. So it's quite astonishing to see this. So I'm going to take it in while I can and just stare at it. So we are, with that low pressure system out west, it's going to bring a little bit of moisture in the air and cause a couple showers over Arizona. Big story of the night is the southeast. We do have a couple showers over the peninsula of Florida, but as we make our way up north, you're going to see the very tail end of that band of rain, bringing showers from Alabama to Georgia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas, just dumping lots of rain. And then our drought monitor, we're very dry out west, and then you move more over where those fronts move and bring a lot of rain, you're going to see our conditions aren't as dry. Our storm outlook, so like I was saying, there's the potential thunderstorms in Arizona. great to see. And then we have a slight risk, this little band right here, moving from Atlanta up to almost New York. And that's where we're going to see the heaviest amount of rain. And as you make your way outside of this kind of target area, we're going to have a marginal risk on the outside of that slight risk, and then a thunderstorm warning throughout the rest of the southeast. Same story, but a lot less scary. We're going to have thunderstorm warnings throughout the rest of the southeast tomorrow with a slight marginal risk from Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama coast. And then as we head into Thursday, we're going to have that slight risk or thunderstorm risk for the rest of the southeast again. Tonight's lows, we're going to be pretty cool up north, but as we move down to Florida, where our temperatures are going to stay warm, that little area. Again, we're going to stay a little colder, and then the story of the night is always Florida's warmer. Jesse, can you tell me about why Florida's going to be warmer?
Well, as usual, the cold front is barely going to hit Florida, especially as we look into South Florida. They're going to be able to keep those warmer temperatures. Right now, South Florida is looking very beautiful as usual. Key West 79, maybe a little cloud in the sky, but looking pretty good as we go a little bit further north. We're actually seeing warmer temperatures in Central Florida, 82 in Tampa, 81 in Gainesville, and those dew points looking pretty uniform all around. We're seeing Florida pretty green, pretty moist all across the state as a lot of these regions are experiencing that onshore flow. And look at that, we got rain all across the peninsula and even a little bit into the Panhandle as the beginning of that cold front starts to reach in. But as we zoom in on these areas, we can see the very south peninsula of Florida. We're going to see some of this rain coming onshore. Look at this, Miami, even in the majority of the Everglades and peeking up into Fort Myers. We're seeing areas with rain, even some heavier rain where we see those oranges and reds. So if you are out on the road, definitely just keep an eye out on driving conditions, as it could be a little bit unclear, not being able to see quite as well. Now in Miami, we are looking at 83 degrees tomorrow, and then staying pretty solid until we get to Thursday, where we do see that slight chance of rain peek in. Tampa as well in 84 degrees for the next 2 days, and then Thursday once again we see maybe close to 50% chance of rain, so you guys might see some showers from that cold front. But Orlando, you guys are definitely going to get hit a little bit harder. As we're looking though, those temperatures aren't going to go down, so although you're going to see that rain over the next few days from that cold front and from some onshore flow, some of those pop-up showers, you guys aren't going to get any colder, so you just need to carry that umbrella, but no need to bring any sort of heavy jackets, as you can wear a t-shirt or rain around this. It's going to be some rain that's just going to be kind of hot, so at least you're not getting that cold rain some other regions are experiencing. Now for the central region of Florida, I-75 and I-4 both seeing some patches of rain, so if you are driving, be mindful of that. And looking further south, we're still seeing some of that rain as it continues to push inland into Florida, the Florida Peninsula. We are going to see some of that rain. And looking further north into Jacksonville, we are seeing some of that rain once again. Really the whole state is seeing that moisture, and it's staying pretty wet as we go into tonight. Jacksonville, kind of like Orlando, you guys are going to see rain over the next few days, but you're going to get a little touch of cooler weather as you go into Thursday, 76, dipping into the 70s instead of the 80s. And Pensacola, you guys are going to be in the 70s as we look at the next 3 days, and you're also going to see some storms as you go into Wednesday and possibly Thursday as well, the tail end of that. So just storms, rain, all across Florida. That's the story for Florida. If you're in Florida, just keep an eye on that rain, keep an eye on those storms. And looking at the Panhandle, again, same thing, just looking at that rain. And going into tonight, we're seeing temperatures in the 60s for the northern part of Florida. And then as we go further south, we're going to see temperatures in the 70s as usual, staying pretty warm down there. And tomorrow, once again, touch that cold front maybe in Pensacola, but the rest of the state, we are going to stay in the 80s as we go into tomorrow, but we are going to see that rain. Now, Allieann, one last look at Tallahassee. Give us the final word on when it's going to rain tomorrow.
It's going to rain. That's about it. Maybe Wednesday. So those clouds have moved out and giving us that beautiful sunset. You see those pink skies with those clouds right there, really dispersing that light from the sun, giving us some pretty colors. Currently here in Tallahassee, it is 75 degrees with partially cloudy skies and winds from the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. So our current radar, we do have a couple pop-up showers here in the Big Bend region, maybe giving us some rain tonight, who knows. But we do see that little bit of flow. We do have a couple showers to the west of us near Blountstown, Sneads area. Jumping out and looking at the upper level water vapor, we look pretty dry here in Tallahassee, but up north we're seeing a little bit more moisture, but that's not going to affect our dew points because we are pretty dry at the surface. Current temperatures here in Tallahassee in the Big Bend region, we're sitting at 75 or 75s across the whole region. The coldest area right now, Apalachicola on the coast with 71, and that might be due to some of those winds. We're going to see it's pretty gusty down there right now. Like I was saying, those dew points were in the 60s. So we're really close to that actual temperature, giving us those muggy conditions. 68 here in Apalachicola. So on the coast, you're going to see it a little bit muggier. So that Gulf wind is really coming up and bringing all that moisture into our area, causing these conditions. Like I was saying, those winds are picking up, and that's what's going to bring in all our clouds tomorrow. So 8 here in Apalachicola, 5 in Carabel. That onshore flow really showing off right now, all pointing in the same direction, and that's really due to that front all pointing in the opposite direction. Future radar, you're going to see these showers off South Alabama and South Georgia, but we're going to have cloud cover develop with that southerly flow coming up off the coast and bringing in clouds throughout tomorrow. So maybe we might not have showers tomorrow, but we are definitely going to be cloudy. And then going into our marine forecast, we're going to sit at 78 tomorrow in Panama City with winds from coming from the south at 12 miles per hour. Some choppy conditions, not too bad, but our Gulf temperature is going to be around 66 degrees. For your day planner, we're going to start warm, but we're going to end up hot at 80 degrees at 3 p.m. So we're going to have this 12-degree temperature difference from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then for our week ahead, we're going to have rain, rain, rain until Friday. And we're going to clear up some of this weekend, possibly giving us some great conditions to start off our spring break with. What would you say, Jesse?
Well, I think those are some great conditions for spring break, but it looks like Saturday we're getting a little cold there. Did I see we're going to peak down below 60 potentially?
60? That's not what I want to see at spring break.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. This weekend, you guys might see a little bit of that cooler weather as that cold front comes through. Maybe dips just a little bit into Tallahassee, into the northern part of Florida. But the good news is, as we go into next week, for those of you who are planning to stay within the Tallahassee region, should be looking pretty good, right?
We're going to be up in the 70s throughout the next week, hopefully staying there and staying warm and dry.
Yeah, 70s and sunny. Yeah, we don't see any of that rain. So you just got to get through this week, get through your last midterms, get through this nasty rain, and then, you know, we'll see the sun at the end.
I think the rain that we're getting this week is like a good sign of like what's to come. You know, well, it's technically April showers bring May flowers, but maybe it's March showers bring April flowers, and that's what we're going to see next week in spring break.
Florida's just showers bring more showers.
Yep.
I mean, Florida's usually seeing that rain, right? But you guys don't forget, you can always follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/FSU Weather.
And you can like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/FSU Weather.
Oh, got that backslash in there, too. That'd be very specific there. Okay, but don't forget to watch us live on YouTube every single week, day and night at 6 p.m.
And then follow us on Instagram, where you can send us your dog pictures, sunsets, whatever you want. Yeah, I felt like I was coding there saying backslash.
I know, right? Yeah, no, don't give me flashbacks to that. We're almost done, guys. We're almost at spring break here. Don't forget to keep up with us here at FSU Weather throughout the week, as we're going to keep you guys updated on the rain and the potential for maybe a marginal risk as we go into, you know, tomorrow and Wednesday for some of these regions. So, you know, tune in tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, because Fridays will be the beginning of spring break, so no show Friday.
Yep. As we head into our severe weather season, also, we're going to see these rains develop like this week, but right now we're sitting a little clear. But as we make into more to the April, we are going to have some severe weather coverage for you.
Exactly. So make sure to stay tuned with FSU Weather. We'll be here to keep you guys updated. But I hope you have a great night. I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kurt.
I'm student meteorologist Dahlia McCord. Have a good night.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow.